Let's start, all of you. Chalo. We are in chapter 2. Yes, which chapter? Residential status and tell me quickly, all of you. Come on. Residential status and what?
Scope of income.
Scope of total income. Scope means what all we will tax basically, or what all we can tax. Correct, everybody? Section 1, do you remember? Section 1, section income tax. Section 1. Short term extent commencement. Correct, everybody?
Extent.
Yeah. 2. Definition. Correct. 3. Previous year. Correct. 4th.
Charging section.
Right, everybody? And then we are reaching to the next of the sections. Okay. We're talking about scope of total income. Then we are talking about whether a person is taxable or not taxable in India. Correct? Some internet issue. Can you hear me now? All of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Just a minute. Huh? Let me just again bring back the screen. Chalo, let's start again quickly. Yes. We'll go ahead, everybody. So we are in chapter 2, Bacho, residential status and scope of total income. Correct, everyone? Yes. So we are seeing section 1, 2, 3, 4. In chapter number 1. The other sections we are starting with chapter number 2. Then I was asking you whether a person is taxable or not taxable in India. That depends on his citizenship or residential status.
Residential status.
That depends on his residential status. Okay, a person's. Then at least for individual. Okay, at least for bacho individual. Okay. Then we were talking about types of residential status. There is ROR, RNOR, and NR. ROR means what? Resident and ordinarily resident. RNOR means what? Resident but not regularly or not ordinarily resident. And NR means non-resident. Clear till here? Yes? Now, when I talk about a person is ROR, RNOR, or NR, that depends on what? His number of days physical stay in India for a person, because we are talking of an individual. We are talking of an individual, a natural person. So number of days stay in India, correct? So for that, overall, we have 4 conditions. 2 are basic conditions and another 2 are additional conditions. Correct, Delia? So what is the first basic conditions? Number of days stay in India in how much? At least, tell me quickly.
182 days.
At least 182 days in the current year. I'm using the word current year, current PY, you know that. Correct? And what is basic condition number 2? At least 60 days in the current year. And how much? At least 365 days in the last 4 years. Very good. Then we talk about additional condition number 1. Additional condition number 1. The person should be what? Resident in at least 2 of the last 10 years. And additional condition number 2, but to tell me how many number of days? At least 730 days in the last 7 years. Tell me. All okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. When a person will become ROR, what are the conditions to be satisfied?
When at least both of the at least one basic condition and both additional condition will be satisfied.
Very good.
Will be ROR.
In basic condition, at least one should be satisfied, but additional both should be satisfied. Then the person individual is ROR. Then when I talk about RNOR, then again at least one of the basic should be satisfied, but only one maximum or none of the additional should be satisfied. That is R and OR. And what about NR? None of the basic are satisfied. Okay. No basic condition at all satisfied. Then the person is NR. Clear? Should we go ahead, all of you? Yes. We have solved already some questions, bacho. Question number 14 also solved. Yes, everybody. So come to textbook. Yes, that was an important question, 14. Then, apart from that, there is something called as Indian income and foreign income. Indian income means income which is received in India, or income which is accruing in India, or both, accruing as well as received. They are just called as what? Indian income. And what do you mean by foreign income? Accrual as well as received also outside India. Yes, everybody?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So if at all imagine you, okay, you have a bank account in United Kingdom, UK, correct? You have a bank account or you have a FD, fixed deposit in UK, and you receive interest on that FD in UK. Are you getting my point? You have a fixed deposit in UK and you earn interest on FD in UK. What type of income it is? Indian income or foreign income? All of you? Yes, correct. It is a foreign income, accrued outside as well as received outside. But if you have earned that income, you are ROR, correct, Elia? So it is taxable or not taxable in India? It is taxable or not taxable in India? It is
Taxable.
taxable. Yes, everybody. Okay. So we have to see this also very importantly. Okay. That which all incomes are taxable in India. Correct. So Indian income, bacho, is always taxed. I'm repeating. Indian income is always taxed for ROR, RNOR as well as NR. Remember? Then foreign income is always taxed for who?
ROR.
ROR. Foreign income is also taxed, always taxed for ROR. That means for ROR, whatever income he earns, you have to tax it in India. It will be taxed in India. Clear till here? ROR. Foreign income is never taxed. Any kind of foreign income is never taxed for
NR.
NR. Very good. NR, no foreign income is taxed at all in India. But foreign income of special type is only that special type is taxed for R and OR.
NOR.
That is your bacho business income from profit. You can say income from business or profession, which is outside India, but controlled or set up from India. Clear till here? All of you done? Yes, tell me. Should we go ahead? All right. Let's go ahead, everybody. Some notes or some points were remaining, which we have not yet covered, that we will do today, okay? So come to page 2.6. And I think I had told you to read something. Okay, everybody? Yes, remember? Page bacho 2.6. Notes, can you see bacho? The term stay in India. Remember India now? We have covered that also. Right? This also we have covered, right? Territorial waters, space, everything. So I told you, even if he's on a boat, on a near a beach, entire year, still he's considered as bacho what in India. Now please pay attention. Includes stay in territorial waters also. It includes, okay? The word is what? Includes. Even the stay in a ship or a boat moored. Moored means what? Again, you can say that anchor you put, na? So it is like a station like that, okay? It is there. It is, you can say, hanged, okay, or kept over there. In the territorial waters of India would be sufficient to make the individual resident in India. Okay, so as long as he's on a ship, but the ship is in territorial waters, we will say he is in India. Correct, Ilya? Next. Again, important. It is not necessary that period of stay must be continuous or active. That means what? He can come and go, come and go, come and go. Every month, 7 days, even if he takes a foreign vacation. So that is not an issue. Okay, so it need not be continuous. 1 day is in India, 1 day outside, that is also okay. Again, this is all theoretical, bachcho. Nor it is essential that the stay should be at usual place of residence, business, or employment of the individual. Are you getting the point? He can stay anywhere in India. It is not necessary that he stays in his usual place of residence. His permanent address, correspondence address, temporary address, no. He can stay anywhere in India. Clear, all of you? If he wants to stay in Himalaya, this side of the country, okay, but this side on any of the hills, any of the mountains, still, or whichever is in India, still, bachcho, that is what? In India. Clear? Now, again, this is important. Point number 3 is important. Pay attention. For the purpose of counting number of days stayed in India, important, both date of departure as well as date of arrival are considered, however, to be in India. Are you understanding, bachcho? Pay attention. Use common sense also, or from this example point of view. Let us say a person left India. What, bachcho? Left India. Let us say on 7th September 22 at 1 a.m. The flight outside India, bachcho. Okay, the flight is going what? Outside India. Are you getting my point, everybody? The flight is leaving India at 1 a.m. On what day is he leaving, bachcho? 7th September. Now, you understand normally, bachcho, 7th September or for 7th September, it is already 7th September, okay, at 1 a.m. No? We have crossed 6th September or we are in the night of 6th, 7th September. Are you understanding or no? Which people are celebrating the birthday now at 1 a.m.? People born on 7th September or 6th September? People born on 7th September. Are you understanding here? So we're in the night of 6th is getting over and 7th is starting. So simple question, bachcho, for how long is he staying in India for 7th September? Entire 24 hours, 1 hour, 11 hours. How much, bachcho? 23 hours. How many hours is he staying in India on 7th September or for 7th September? Tell me quickly, all of you. Only for 1 hour. Only for 1 hour he is, bachcho, staying in India. Agreed till here? The flight left India on 7th September, 1 a.m. Fine? My question to you is not question. Whether we will consider him in India for the entire day for 7th September now from tax point of view. Because from tax point of view, number of days counting point, we talk about number of days. Okay, we talk about what? Number of days. I understand here. So for 7th September, he is in India or not in India? All of you? He is in India or not in India? Yes, he is to be considered as in India, even on 7th September, even if he was there only for 1 hour. Clear till here? Yes? Again, from practical point of view, tell me, where will I find this time or date? I hope you're understanding. We are now at international airport, not domestic airport, not railways, etc. Okay? Not bus, train, cars. There can be ships, obviously, going outside India also now. Normally, we're talking about flights. So maybe on passport, you'll have that stamp. Okay? The same thing, but now same thing. Even whenever he returns in India, whatever is the date on passport, irrespective it is 11 p.m., 1 a.m., whatever is the date, that date, entire day, we consider him as in India. This point is clear because in 2-3 questions we had solved, I had told you it is to be taken or not to be taken. Now is it clear to you, bachcho? But tell me, yes or no? Correct? Should we go ahead? Next point. Point number 4. The residence of an individual for income tax purpose has nothing to do with the citizenship. Important. Residence means stay. For income tax purpose has nothing to do with citizenship. I told you Katrina Kaif, Akshay Kumar may have citizenship of some other country. Yes, everybody. Or there are so many foreigners working in India. In couple of my companies where I am director, some of you may know that, some of you may not. I am director. Every year I have to take a board meeting. And in that board meeting, bachcho, most of them are foreigners. And among those foreigners, 1 or 2 are working in India. Are you getting my point? They may or may not be happy of working in India, just like we may be happy, I'm going to a developed country, I'm going to a bigger country. So many nice services. But you're missing your home food, you're missing your family relatives. Similarly, they may or may not like working in India. That is their point of view. That is not our headache. Correct, everybody? But they are working in India. They don't have obviously citizenship of India, but they are now resident in India. So obviously, but you now tell me, will they be paying tax or no in India? Yes. If they're working almost but lots of time, I know. Now you tell me now. Are you going to get 7 months holiday in a year? Tell me now. Understand? Because you have done the lecture number 1 of this chapter. Okay, earlier lecture you have done. That's why I'm asking you. Are you going to get 7 months holiday? Impossible. Even people, those who are staying abroad in US, UK, foreign, wherever, they come to India on a vacation. That vacation can be for 1 month, 2 months on a very higher side. Agreed? Because obviously they're coming only once in 2-3 years. Lots of expenditure of obviously travel. And the traveling cost of one person may itself be 70,000-80,000 minimum now. 1 lakh maybe. Correct? So if the entire family is coming, it's a big expenditure. So person may be taking a leave for maybe 1 or 2 months. Yes, everybody. Similarly, a person who is working in India, a foreigner working in India, he may take 1 or 2 months leave. That means, but how many days? 30 or 60 days leaves. That means out of 365 days, 300 days he is staying in India. You tell me, Bachu, he will be ROR or no? Are you getting my point? He will be ROR or no? Yes. Understood all of you? The point I'm telling you? Correct? Okay, everybody? So 182 days, Bachu, is quite a big thing. Hai na? At least 6 months. Another thing also from again another point of view, whenever you're going again abroad or in normal circumstances, vacation, I'm talking of vacation. So you got vacation, you get a visa for a particular country to arrive, to roam or to be in that particular country. Normally speaking, again, I'm using the word normally speaking, you get visa maximum for 6 months. You get visa maximum for 6 months, but on a vacation basis. If at all you're going for vacation. If you're transferring there, it is a work visa, then it can be for more than 6 months also. In that case, you have to every 2-3 years, you have to come back to India, again renew the visa, etc. Clear? There are so many students of mine also who come from Oman. You might have heard of that, Oman. And they have their, many Indians are, you can say, obviously situated or you can say shifted there in Middle East over there, okay? And they have CBSC, ISC Board of India, okay, learning all the Indian things also over there, okay? And even the same thing they have to do. They have to come back to India, again renew the visa, then only they can go back to Oman. Anyways, so basically I hope you're understanding. This chapter is about coming and going outside of India, for at least for individuals. Clear? Should we go ahead? And it has nothing to do with citizenship. Normally speaking, the one of the easiest way of getting a citizenship is bacho how? Any common sense or anything which is coming to your mind? How did you get your citizenship of India? Did you apply for it? Tell me. One of the basic things. Exactly. Very good, Niraj. Good answer. Generally and normally by birth, but so you get your citizenship. Yes or no? So in Indians, we want citizenship of all the countries or wherever we go. So the couple, whatever the couple, they go and then they plan their baby maybe in USA. Whatever trouble they had to go through to get the citizenship or that green card, something of that country, that baby will have no issues. Okay? He has a chance or he may have an option to maybe get citizenship of India. But at least USA, he got easily, the baby. Okay? Anyways, lots of forward planning. We will at least plan for SC intermediate. Okay? For next 6 months. At least our studies. Let's go ahead, everybody. So citizenship and residence of a country has nothing to do with each other. I hope that is clear. An individual, understand, can therefore be resident in more countries than one. World citizen. Yes, everybody? Do you understand the meaning of the word world citizen? Citizen of the world. On their Instagram bio, you will see India and then couple of more countries flag they will show. Because they're staying in so many countries. 6 months here, 6 months there, and 8 months here, 3 months there, and all of that. So person can be resident in more than one country, but generally they have only one domicile. Domicile generally means what? Origin. You may have heard about domicile certificate. That means from where you belong, what is your origin. Okay? A person, other things we will cover later on. All right? Fine. I think we have not done that one question which you could have done, or I have not given you for homework actually, but So let's quickly बच्चों do 23. Question number 23. Ready? अरे हाँ. Question number 23. Come to page, which one? That is one of the last pages, 2.19. 2.19. So let's write in the notebook. Ready? Question number 23. So pay attention now, all of you. That was not for homework, no? 23. Okay. Generally, I don't give you homework, but if it is very simple question, then I will just give it as homework and not even discuss. Or we can just quickly go through it. So Mrs. Rani furnishes information about a period of stay in India. So details are given of India, but correct. During the year 11-12 and during from 11-12 to 22-23, which is as follows. So data is starting from 11-12 year PY till the current year 22-23, and I think basically last 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12 years data is given to you. Correct? So it's not something assumed. He never left India or he was always outside India. Everything is he, rather is given as she over here. Ready? Determine her residence status for AY 22-23. Fine till here, all of you? Yes. Now the data is ready-made given to you. Understand? It is not like a word problem. Okay? Or it is not something like USA given to you here. That you have to calculate number of days. It is ready-made given to you. So there is no point in showing the data which is given in the question. I always tell you that also. In law also to do the same thing. Do not repeat whatever is given in the question. Clear? If at all they had given you dates, he came on this date, left on that date, then obviously you have to calculate number of days. Agreed? Chalo, let's go ahead. So don't write the word calculation. We are going to determining her residential status. So determination of. Your first tax test. What now? Eyes are wide open. Huh? You are like just now we cleared foundation, sir. What test you are talking about? Well, just listen. The first income tax test will be for first 4 chapters together, okay? Not for separate chapters. First 4 chapters. And you know my maybe method. You know? Whenever a chapter is over, then in the next week we take a text. Okay. So don't wait for me to declare the test date, etc. After we'll finish because the first 4 chapters are very small and very easy peasy. So once the first 4 chapters are over, we will be taking a test on first 4 chapters together. All right. So determination of residential status of Mrs. Rani for AY 23-24. Okay. I've written by mistake 22-23. It is 22-23 is your PY, no? So it is 23-24. Fine. We'll go ahead, everybody. What do we write? Now the days are given to us, so we will not repeat it. First one. Basic condition number 1. Check in the current year, how many days? 65 days. What does it say? At least 182 days. Yes or no, all of you? In current PY. Full stop. Satisfied or not satisfied? Not satisfied since stays for how many days? 65 days only. So I hope you're understanding what I'm doing. I'm underlining the numbers importantly. What is required and what is given. So it is quite simple to understand even for the paper checker that you have understood the concept. Second point. Basic condition number 2. What does it say? Again, bacho, at least. Correct? At least what? 60 days. In current PY. And again, at least, okay? The word is what again? At least, no? 365 days. In how many? In last 4 PYs. Okay? In last, bachcho what? 4 years. है ना? Final year? All online. Tell me. Next line. In current year, stay is 65 days. And last 4 years. And last 4 years. Now check. I had told you, you have to always give the justification. Okay. So last 4 years, but to this one. This one. Till 1819. Correct? Is. I'll write down 35 plus 155 plus again 35 and plus how much, bacho? 180. Give me the total, all of you, quickly. Quickly, fatafat. 35, 70. So 250 and 155, correct? 405. All of you correct? 405. Somebody else confirm? All right. So basic condition number 2. Satisfied or not satisfied? Satisfied. Clear till here? All right. Therefore, Mrs. Rani is what? Bacho. I'll just use the word resident. Correct till here? Is resident. Clear? All right. But you have to obviously finalize the answer with ROR and RNOR. Hai na? Understand. Please, bacho, understand now. Understand. We have to be a little bit smart also in our calculations. Okay. Now I know that even if one additional condition is not satisfied, the answer is what? I am repeating. Understand. Pay attention. Even if one additional condition is not satisfied, answer becomes RNOR. Understand. Again, I am repeating. If additional condition number 2 is not satisfied, I am saying if not satisfied, is there any use of checking additional condition number 1? No, because the answer becomes RNO1. Okay. And out of additional condition number 1 or 2, which is easier to check? Additional condition number 2 is easier to check because you just have to take total of last 7 years. Are you getting my point? Because in additional condition number 1, you have to determine resident or non-resident. And to determine resident, you have to check 2 basic conditions. So what is the headache? No. Are you getting my point? Did you understand my point, bacho? All of you? Nitin, Kushbu, Mansi, Tejal, Indrajit. Yes? Got the point? We'll go ahead. So, bacho, what will I do? Instead of checking additional condition number 1, I will check additional condition number 2. Write down. Additional condition number 2. At least what? Tell me, bacho, all of you.
730 days out of 7 years.
730 days. In last 7 PYs. Correct? PY, previous years. Actual stay is how much? Again, write down all the numbers. 35 plus 155 plus 35 plus 180 plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 70 plus 45 plus 75. Is it right, bacho? Obviously, we want 7 numbers, no? Give me total. Online, whoever are online, also give me total. Chalo. Everybody. $595 Mansi, is it? Okay. Satisfied or not satisfied? Not satisfied, bacho. Additional condition number 2, not satisfied. Therefore, we need not check. I'm not writing out also. We need not check additional condition number 1. Okay. Therefore, what is the answer? Mrs. Rani is RNOR for AY 23, 24. Is it right? All of you? Done? We'll go ahead. Okay. Let's go ahead, everybody. All right. All right. This is done. Rani's question is also done. Done. Okay. Question number 14 is, I think we have already covered. What 14? We are done. Yeah, 14 we had covered. 11 have we covered? All right. Quickly, sir, can you start much quickly? 11. Yes. We have not covered 11, no? I am from Pune. Sudhir, where are you from? So question number 11. Ready? Page number 2.1. Ready? They didn't ask me. You can unmute. Ask me. If you have a doubt, you have shared me on WhatsApp. Audio is clear, all of you tell me. Audio is very good, in fact. Sudhir, increase your phone volume. You have shared on WhatsApp. What have you shared me on WhatsApp? Photo. The number is not matching of additional tax of some earlier question. You're talking first chapter. Just a minute. Point number 3. Question number 12. I have solved, no? This only, no? Then yes, okay. Array. That's this only. Correct. This is how much? I should keep calculator. I should not trust you. Is it? Is that what you're telling me? 164, 250. Nobody rectified. I should not rely on you guys, is it? Khushbu, Mansi, did you solve this? You got the same numbers or like what happened? Confirm quickly, bacho. Come on, this is what? 1476 to 750 is correct? Question number 12. Chapter 1, I got that. Yes, Sudhir. Mansi, Khushbu, tell me. Was there a rectification to be done here? What figure should we take here then? What was our income? 51 lakhs, correct? This is correct. 1476, 750 is correct. 40 lakhs into this is correct. This is wrong. Fantastic. 164, 250. Find here. All right. So relief is what? 164, 250. So relief will be 64, 250. Correct here, all of you? 64, 250 will be reduced. All right. 1476, 750 minus 64, 250. 14, 12, 500. Tell me quickly, is it right? Into 4%. 56, 500. So plus 14, 12, 500 comes to 14,69,000. Right, Ilya? Is it right? Then Major? Mansi, Khushbu, all of you, tell me. Yes, Mansi, yes. Correct. I don't know what that mistake happened over there. Done, Ilya? Sure. 1462. What is 69, na? Correct, Ilya? We'll go ahead, everybody. You need to go back and rectify. Unnecessarily, students will be now again confused. Again, check WhatsApp. Okay, now again, what is sent on WhatsApp? That is okay. That's what I was checking. No? 170, 820. Fine, that is okay. Whatever calculation we have done is fine. No? How much is the liability for then? 51 lakhs actually came now. Leave this then. Fine, leave this. Forget it. That is correct. That's fine. Relief is of how much? 64? 250. Fine. So tax will be there, no? On additional 1 lakh, tax will be there. Okay. Whatever extra he has earned on that, tax will be there. Fine. So whatever is the tax amount, but out of that, 64,000 will be reduced. Okay. We'll go ahead, everybody. Where were we? 11th. Okay. Let's start. We'll go ahead, everybody. Chalo, 11th. Mr. Day. NR. He is what? An NR. Residing in US since 2005. Came back to India on 1/4/2021 for permanent settlement. That means he's coming back to India. He was in USA where? In USA since 2005. So as such, but over 17 years, he was in US. Clear till here, all of you will go ahead. Okay. And he came back in 1/4/2021. And which year? 21-22. Are Hayana? Clear. What will be his residence status for AY 22-23 as well as 23-24? Are you getting the point? So quickly give me determination of. What is happening? Residential status of Mr. Day. For, now pay attention. For 2 years they are asking me, for AY 22-23 as well as 23-24. First I'll do bacho. For AY 22-23, okay? AY. Again, whatever number of years we know, that much we can quickly write down. Previous year and number of days stay in India. Correct? Now, if at all you want, I'll give you all the years together itself. No? Because they're asking you for AY 23-24, that means PY 22-23. For PY 22-23, tell me. Number of days stay in India. For PY 22-23, so tell me quickly. 365. And 21-22, he came back to India on Bachu 1/4/21. 1/4/21 is to be considered in India. That means again is for entire year. Correct? 365. And again, just for your understanding, time pass, normal. I'm writing earlier years also. 2021, 0. And all the years from 2005, etc. till 2005, it is all 0. Okay, so basically, for the last 10 years, it is 0. All right. You would have again understood or imagined answer in your head. As soon as I say, but the last 10 years is 0, what comes to your mind as answer without further calculation? Tell me. What comes to your mind? After that, final, I'm asking a final answer. But final answer coming to your mind directly, I hope so. When I say he is not in India for last 10 years at all, he becomes automatically NR for last 10 years. Okay? Last year, 10 years before 21-22. 365 days category will also not, nothing will be satisfied even for this purpose. Which purpose I'm talking about? RNR, additional condition number 2. 730 days not satisfied, as well as resident for 2 years will also not be satisfied, right? I'll tell you. Chalo, pay attention. Now we're doing for which AY 22-23, but for AY 22-23, that is which PY? It means we are doing for bachcho PY 21-22. Clear? Sure. First one, basic condition number 1. Satisfied or not satisfied? Satisfied since stay at least 182 days in current PY. Is it right, everybody? Therefore, Mr. D is resident. Fine. Additional condition number, whichever you want to take. You can take 2 also now. Tell me. At least how many days? 730 days in last 7 years. Satisfied or not satisfied? Tell me. Fail, not satisfied. Why, but how many number of days are there actually then? For PY 21-22. I mean, for the year we are determining, for the year 21-22, bacho. For the year 21-22 PY. The question is what? We are determining is resident status for PY 21-22. So last 7 years answer is number of days. Khushbu Mansi answer quickly. Tejal Nitin, come on. Zero. Very good. For 21-22, all the last 7 years he is not there. Okay. Not satisfied since his stays is for 0 days. Point clear, all of you? In the last 7 years. Therefore, Mr. D is RNOR. For AY 20-23, yeah, bachcho, for AY 22-23. Ready? Done. For AY 23-24. First one, bachcho, basic condition number 1. Satisfied. Fine. Because it stays for 365 days and required was only 182. Clear till here? Therefore, is resident. Therefore, he is resident. I'm writing a little bit in short now. And second, bachcho, additional condition number 2. Not satisfied. Tell me now what number compared to what number? Since. Tell me quickly. Not satisfied since. Very good, Mansi. Since 365 less than 730. Now, I hope you understand 365 means what? Yes, correct, Tejal. Because now we are finding for PY 22-23. So compared to 22-23, in the last 7 years, he's in India only for 365 days, where required was 730. Yes? All right? Therefore, he is RNOR for AY 23-24. Fine till here, all of you? So we'll go ahead. Tell me, bacho. Okay, this is done. Tejal, you were asking me that question, na? For that, which question? This, which I'm talking about? Marginal relief. Okay, I'm just going back to the first chapter. Why it is not exactly matching? 7820 now. Okay. Now check now. If I talk about only 1 lakh rupees, how much I'm talking about? 1 lakh rupees. If you are in the 30% slab, how much slab? 30% slab. And if your income is between 50 lakhs to 1 crore, between 50 lakhs to 1 crore, the surcharge rate is 10%, correct? So ideally, normally, on that 1 lakh, only on 1 lakh, how much tax should be levied? I'll tell you the rate. 30 lakhs, not 30 lakhs, 30%. You are in 30% slab, correct, Delia? You are also in surcharge of 10%, correct? So we have taken calculator 30 plus what? 10%, not 10. 10%, 33. Clear or no? And plus obviously plus 4% as cess. It comes to around 34.32. Are haan. So 34.32% of 1 lakh. 34,320. Haan, na? 34,320 something. Of what? 1 lakh. This should be my tax amount on that extra 1 lakh. Agreed or no? Are you getting my point? Tejal, Nitin, Indrajit. See, even if I have earned 1 lakh extra compared to 50 lakhs, on that 1 lakh, I'm in already 30% slab. I'm also in surcharge of 10%. And I'm in already 4% cess is there. So only in that 1 lakh surcharge will be applicable. So 30% tax plus 10% surcharge plus 4%. It comes to around 34,320. That should be the tax. And my income is how much total? 1 lakh. Therefore, around 64,000 you're getting the relief. Are you getting my point or no? Okay. Around, I said, bacho, around. Clear till here? Understood now, agent? We'll go ahead, everybody. Okay. Let's do something else now. Some other cases. Some nice, different cases. Ready? Sure. We'll go to bacho ocean now. Ocean by ship. And that ship is not a vacation time pass ship. It is a, you can say, cargo ship. Cargo ship, you understand, cargo, heavy transport. And also for the ship, bacho, we require lots of officers. Those officers are bacho, merchant navy. We call them as bacho, merchant navy. Clear? What about them? What do you know bacho about merchant navy? They wear white uniforms. Apart from that, how long are their journeys? Tell me. What do you think? Merchant navy, typical. Yes, Tejal. Ships take time or no to travel? Correct? Yes. At times they are from one ship to another ship. See, just like you have a crew of the flight. Crew, you understand? Crew, C-R-E-W, crew of the flight. They have to hop on to lots of flights in a day. 1 flight, 2 flight, 3 flight, maybe they're doing. Right? And the pilots, all of them I'm talking about, cabin crew, etc. Correct? So for them, like it is a one turnaround time. Turnaround time is in a day. They may be doing 2 or 3 flights. Are you getting the point, everybody? If it is international, then again, internationally, they might be doing that. But again, the frequency is quite high of the number of journeys they are doing. Clear, Delia? But ships, obviously, travel at very low speed, slow speed. Yes, everybody. So when they are in one journey, the one journey, but itself can last for weeks or months. And then again, they're hopping. Hopping means again shifting to another ship. That other ship may be going to somewhere else. Yes, another lots of time. So that is the reason generally merchant navy people are not on ground or their location lots of times. So it can be over 3 months, 4 months, 6 months also. Yes, they're away from their native place or domicile or origin place. Clear, all of you? So again, when they also take leaves, they take very bulk leaves, 1 month, 2 months, etc. Understood? Because once you are on ship, are you going to say today is Sunday? Correct, Elia? You may be crossing time zone also. Okay, so some date might be Saturday, some date might be Monday, you don't know. Are you going to say today Sunday on my ship also I'm not going to work? Is it okay? No. So over there, as if you're working 24/7, isn't it, everybody? So when you take leaves, you take it in the bulk. Anyways, so we're talking about bacho, ship. So understand, try to understand. So that ship may be again an Indian ship. Again, we have done a little bit of bacho concept of jurisdiction. Hai na? He may be on an Indian ship. So on that ship, Indian Penal Code is applicable. I told you that. Hai na? Any ship or a plane having Indian flag, over there, Indian jurisdiction is there of Indian Penal Code. Clear till here? But again, are we learning Indian Penal Code right now? No, we are learning income tax. So when the ship is in territory, in international waters, it leaves your Indian territory. So again, you have to see whether he is resident or he's staying or he's resident or not resident in India. Understood here, everybody? Yes. So for them, we have some special cases. Ready? So come to page again 2.4. Exception to condition number 2, but of basic condition. Exception to condition number 2 of what bacho? Basic condition. Clear till here? Chalo, pay attention now. Means what? What was my basic condition number 2? 60 days in the current year and 365 days in the last 4 years. Hai na? Pay attention. Point number 1. As an Indian citizen, okay, Indian citizen who leaves India during the current year for the purpose of employment, okay, obviously outside India, or as a member of the crew of an Indian ship, okay, we replace bacho 60 days with 182 days. We replace bacho what? 60 days with 182 days. Understand? It is a little bit tricky, is it? What is bacho my basic condition number 2? Tell me bacho. Can I write 60 and 365? Fine. Okay. 60 days in the current year and 365 in the last 4 years. Okay, Kushbu, Nitin, Indrajit, correct. Fine. They are saying that if this is the case, what is the case? An Indian citizen who leaves India permanently, correct? For what purpose? To get a job outside India. I'm repeating, pay attention. What is basic condition number 2? It is 60 days, you should be in India in the current year. I hope you watched the first lecture, na, Kushbu? And did you finish it or no? First lecture. Okay, good. Okay. And 365 days in the last 4. This is my condition or no? Basic condition number 2. Basic condition number 2. Clear? Fine. So they say exception. That means what? Basic condition number 2, something changes will happen. What changes will happen and why they will happen? First case. A person, Indian citizen, leaves India in the current year, but for what purpose? For the purpose of getting job outside India. So if a person leaves India for the purpose of employment, clear till here, everybody? Then what do we say? Directly answer. What do you say? Replace 60 days with 182 days. Replace 60 days bachu with what? 182 days. Ha ya na? And as such, 3 will remain as it is. This is okay till here. This is the theory right now. I'm not going into the explanation properly. Replace 60 with 182. Otherwise, another case, if you are a member of a crew, you understand now, the team which works on that vehicle or vessel, crew. So as a member of the crew, but of an Indian ship. Clear? This is bacho outgoing or incoming, tell me. Leaves India, na, both of the cases is what bacho? Leaves India. So it is outgoing. Outgoing, you understand? Oh, I hope so. Outgoing. Is it okay till here? Fine. Leaving India, correct. Replace 60 days with 182 days. But you tell me, as I hope you understood, let us say, what is my basic condition number 1? Is at least what, but 182 days in the current year? Yes or no? And they are saying that you have to replace 60 with 182 for these two cases. Indian citizen leaving India for getting a job outside India, or Indian citizen who is a member of an Indian ship, member of the crew of an Indian ship. Replace 60 days with 182 days. But to as good as now, can I tell you one thing very in simple language? In simple language, but as good as that basic condition number 2 doesn't exist only. As good as what, bacho? Basic condition number 2 is now gone. Why? Because for the current year, you're replacing 60 with 182. And 182 days in the current year is what? As good as what, bacho? Only basic condition number 1. Are you getting my point or no? Everybody. Yes, basic condition number 1 also has 182 days. Hi, and clear till here, all of you. So basically, you will not look only at basic condition number 2. It is as good as gone now. It is as good as bachu what gone. So they're saying don't look at basic condition number 2. Just check whether he is in India for at least 182 days or no. Are you getting my point, everybody? Tell me, bachu, understand what used to happen. What am I saying? What used to happen? Let us say one of my friend went to Australia. Okay. He left for Australia, or he got a job in Australia, and he left for Australia in, let us say, December 22. Yes or no? And before that, he was always ye mera India, always in India. Clear till here? He left, let us say, on 1st December. I'm being a little bit specific. That is December to March, 4 months. He was in India. 4 is a 12. Let us say, 120 days. Are ha ya na? I'm not doing exact calculation. Correct till here? In normal cases, pay attention now. In normal cases, even if basic condition number 1 is not satisfied, agreed or no? I'm doing other way around. I'm doing bacho other way around. He left, na? Pay attention. I'm doing other way around. He left bacho on 1st December, correct? He left on 1st December. How many days was he in India? From April to November. Correct, Elia? From April to November. 6 months is what? September, October, and November. Okay. So 180 plus 60 around. Okay. 180 plus 60. Clear, Elia? All of you? Around 240 days. Ariha. He is in India. Is he ROR or no? Is he a resident or no? Yes. That was there. Because he satisfied basic condition number 1 as well as 2. And he is leaving India. Clear till here? Now let me change the example, which is what I wanted to give actually for 4 months. Okay. Let us say, bacho, he leaves on the what? 1st August. Ready? First August. Ready, bacho? Okay, that means what? April, May, June, July. Are ha ya na? April to July. April, May, June, July. Again, 4 months. Almost bacho what? 120 days is in India. Now in this case, bacho, what basic condition number 1 is satisfied? Tell me. Not satisfied. Basic condition number 2 in the normal times. Normal times would have been satisfied. Arey ha, tell me. Normal case means what? At least 60 days in the current year and 365 days in the last 4 years. That would have been satisfied. And because of that, he would have become resident. And then we would have said ROR, etc. So, whatever income he would have earned after 1st August, even outside India, even that would be taxable in India because he becomes ROR. Nitin, tell me. Indrajit, Tejal, Mansi, Khushbu, all of you tell me. Did you understand or bouncer? Correct, Elia? So what relief? Is it a relief thing or a bad thing now? They are replacing basic condition number 2. Is it a good thing or a bad thing now? It is a good thing for the assessee. Because now whatever he earns after 1st August outside India, now understand. Bacho. Basic condition number 2 will be completely gone or no? Completely gone. They're saying what? Replace 60 with 182. Easy for 182 days in India? No. So basic condition number 1 also not satisfied. Immediately bacho becomes NR. And for NR, we don't tax foreign income. That is the intention over here. Understood or no? This you have to understand. The intention you have to understand properly. Tell me, clear everybody? Online, whoever are there, please give your attendance quickly, comments. Tell me. Kushbu, Mansi, Tejal. Yes. So what is the relief? Check here now. The relief is given to whom, bacho? Those who are leaving India for job. Okay. And secondly, what? Member of crew of the Indian ship. Again, for them, bacho, we do not check basic condition number 2. Is it right? Are ha? So now understand. Okay. So for member of an Indian ship crew, basic condition number 2 doesn't exist. We only have to check 182. So that person, now in both the cases, the person is resident only if he is there in India for at least 182 days. If that is not satisfied, he automatically immediately becomes NR. Clear? I am going ahead. All right. Come to page 2.6. And I told you to read. So again, we have a couple of things we are doing it again. But ready? Page 2.6. Check point number 6. Ready? Okay. Period commencing from the date entered into CDC. Continuous discharge certificate. Now, what is CDC? That certificate is given for joining the ship. Basically, it is a proof that you were on the ship for this period. From the date mentioned on the ship till the date again, till the date mentioned on the certificate, till the date again mentioned on the certificate. Basically, it is a proof that you were on the ship from this date till this date. Understood, all of you? Are understand. So, the period starting from the date entered into CDC as a joining date by the said individual for the eligible voyage. Voyage means what, bacho? Voyage, voyage, journey. Voyage means what? Journey. Okay. Up to the date. Again, up to the date entered into the certificate in respect of signing off. Now, signing off means what? Joining the ship or leaving the ship? Leaving the...
Joining the ship.
Earlier already we have the joining the ship. Signing off means what, bacho? Leaving now. Signing off, that means he is doing tata, bye-bye, goodbye to the ship. Right? By that individual from the ship. The CDC is given by the master of the ship. In respect of such voyage, shall be excluded. Try to understand what is happening here. Basically, there is something called a CDC, Continuous Discharge Certificate. That certificate has 2 dates. The certificate should have 2 dates. Joining date and signing off date. Understood? What does that date signify or mention? The period from the starting date till the end date is the period you were on the ship. Understood? Clear? It is a proof that you were on the ship. Clear? Now we're talking something about that voyage, that journey, the transport. Right? So whatever period is from that mentioned in the certificate, whatever period is mentioned in the certificate, okay, that period will be excluded from your counting number of days stay in India. Shall be excluded. I'm writing again here. That is not counted as stay in India. You can write in there also. Whatever period is mentioned in CDC, that period is not to be counted as in India. Okay. We'll consider that as outside India. Fine. Dandeliya? Okay. Now, what is eligible voyage? You will read it quickly and tell me what do you mean. I'll ask you some questions based on it. Quickly tell me. Quickly, but you read through point number 7, eligible voyage. Done? Tell me. Red? Only point number 7. Is it international journey or domestic journey? Is it international journey or domestic journey?
International.
It is Bachu international journey. Basically, you are leaving Indian territorial waters. That is called as eligible voyage. Clear or no? Okay. So check. Voyage means again journey undertaken by a ship. Engage. That ship does what business? Either transport of passenger or transport of goods. Okay. In international traffic. Understood? Where that journey started. Originated, but originated, not a bypass. It is not from South Africa to Singapore via India. Understand what did I say? It is not from South Africa to Singapore via India. It is India to Singapore or Singapore to India. Understood the difference? So India is not something in between the journey. The journey is starting from India or the journey is stopping at India. Clear? Understood? So for the voyage having originated from any port in India and having the destination as outside India. Okay, destination or otherwise around origin outside India, but destination is in India. That will be what you called as eligible voyage. And then whatever period is there, whatever duration for which you are doing it, that eligible voyage, what do we do? What do we do of the duration? Do we add or subtract? What do you think? What do you think? Should we add or subtract from number of days in India? We should also subtract, reduce it. Understood all of you? Tell me. Is it clear, Khushbu, Mansi, Nitin? We do not consider it as stay in India. Clear? Chalo. So there are two cases, two things we have done. Exception to basic condition number 2. And secondly, we understood about CDC, continuous discharge certificate. All right. Sure. Let's go ahead to question number 1. I think yes, 1. Ready? Should we go ahead? Right. Pay attention. Mr. Anand is an Indian citizen, fine, and a member of the crew of a Singapore bound Indian ship. Bound, you understand? Which it is going to Singapore. And the ship is doing what? Business of passenger, transport of passengers. That's fine. In international traffic, departing from Chennai port. So, but origin is in India. Okay. And destination Singapore. Is it eligible voyage or no?
Eligible, sir.
It is eligible voyage. Departing, you understand, depart means going on 6th June 22. Okay, wherever dash is given, we have to talk about current year. So 6th June 22. For the following details of the current year 22-23, determine the relationship of Mr. Anand for AY 23-24. Assuming that his stay in India in the last 4 years preceding to the current year 22-23 is 400 days, and in the last 7 years again preceding to the current year 22-23 is 750 days. Preceding, you understand, before, correct? So they're talking about additional condition number whatever, this basic condition number 2, as well as they're talking about additional condition number 2, and that's last 7 years. Clear till here? Right. Check now. Date entered into the continuous discharge certificate in respect of joining the ship by Mr. Anand, 7 June 22. The date entered in the CDC in respect of signing off the ship by Mr. Anand, 9 December 22. What is the relevance or importance or meaning of the 6 June to 9 December? Where was he, Bacho, from 6 June to 9 December? Tell me. Tell me. On the ship. Very good. So ship may take 1 hour, 2 hour, or whatever days, Bacho, time to cross the nautical miles, 12 nautical miles. So we don't actually check that when is the moment is he crossing international voyage. Okay. That is not to be checked. What do we say? Whenever he joins the ship and leaves the ship, that period is Bacho eligible voyage. And that period we have to exclude from our number of days in India. Clear? Let's solve. Give it a star mark. And in your notebook, okay, understand now from today onwards, what you'll do whenever you're doing a different question or a question for a unique concept, a question for a different concept, you will give in notebook a 100. You can give it a star mark here also, or you can describe the question. It is a bachcho about CDC. So I'm also writing here in notebook. See, why am I doing this? So that it is easier for you to revise it on. If you want to cover that concept, you can quickly go through and finish it off. Understood what I'm doing? I'm just writing the type of the question. So let's go ahead. Again, the question is about determination of residence status of Mr. Anand. For AWA 2024. Okay, some points I'm giving you some notes. In case of member of crew, in case of member of crew of Indian ship, comma, the period mentioned in CDC shall be what, bachcho? Excluded. Clear, Ilya? Second point, or second line, next line. Therefore, his number of days, his total number of days is total number of days stay in India for PY 22-23 for PY 22-23 is 365 days, bachcho, minus what? Number of days mentioned in where, bachcho? CDC. Correct? Next line, next point. Number of period mentioned in CDC is from 16/22 to 9 December 22. Correct? Including both dates or excluding both dates? 6 June will add, 9 June will consider or not consider these dates? Tell me, bacho. Including or excluding? All of you tell me. Including both dates, bacho. Including both dates. It is given to you in the textbook also, CDC. Okay. From the date entered into your from no? Up to date entered as signing off. Clear? So both the dates should be taken. Fine. All right. Including both the dates. So chalo quickly give me number of days from 6th June, including 6th June to 9th December. Good, Tejal. June is not 25. I mean, if at all you want 6 June, July 31, August 31, September 30, October 31, November 30, and the 9. Is it right, Vacho? Tell me. All okay? Something like that. 187 is coming. 187 days is there. Therefore, next one is very important. This period is included or excluded? Excluded. Next line. Therefore, number of days in India will be how much? 65 total days minus 187. 187 is not to be considered at all in India. So remaining is what? 178 days. Clear till here? Good. This much we have established. Number of days in India in which year? Obviously in the current year. In PY. In current PY. Fine. What about basic condition number 1? Satisfied or not satisfied? Anybody of you watching lectures from laptop? I think there is a shortcut on your laptop. Okay, you can press the space bar to unmute for that time. You don't have to always click mute and unmute. Okay, let me just try. Some other things only going on. Okay. I think there is a shortcut only, but for that. Not there. It is, I think, space bar or Alt A something. That shortcut is there. Anyways, we'll go ahead. Not satisfied since Alt A. Okay. And space bar was also there actually, but I think whatever, you can try that. Since 178 is less than 182 days. है ना बच्चों? In current PY. Clear? Next very important point. Basic condition number 1 not satisfied. What about basic condition number 2? Tell me.
Apply nahi hogi sir.
Correct, not applicable only. Since basic condition 1 only बच्चों not fulfilled, we will not check. But I'll write down the wordings. 182 days in current PY. Are you getting my point? Not 60. And at least, here also it was at least. And again, but so what? At least 365 days in preceding 4 PYs. Look at the spelling, don't make spelling mistakes. Correct, Elia? Again, satisfied or not satisfied? Not satisfied. Again, for the same reason. Since 170 is less than 182 days. Now, what is your answer, Vachu? Very good.
NR.
Since both basic conditions are not satisfied. है ना? Therefore, Mr. Anand is what? Anand, no? NR, non-resident. For AY 23, 24. Right, Leah, all of you? We'll directly take a break at 11 only, na? Fine, no? We'll take a continuous lecture of 2 hours, no? We're taking only for 2 hours today, right? Total. Ready, we'll go ahead. Okay, chalo. Come back to again 2.4. We were doing bachcho exception to basic condition number 2. Exception to bachcho basic condition number 2. If at all you want some more headache, if at all you feel at night you're not getting sleep, okay, you can come to page 2.2 and read the Bare Act. Very nice. Okay, you will definitely, bachcho, in 2 minutes you will fall asleep. Good medical advice I'm giving you here. Okay, that is your what? Bare Act, section 6, residential status. For the purpose of this act, an individual is said to be resident in India if in any previous year. You can take your risk and read that Bare Act for your understanding. Okay, fine. Later on, if required, we will have to refer to it. We'll see that. Okay, sorry. So come to page 2.4. Ready, everybody? Page 2.4. And the last part we will be looking at exception to basic condition number 2. Correct, everybody? Of 60 days and 365 days. First one were outgoing category living India for job or as a member of crew of Indian ship. Second, important, understand now, understand. An Indian citizen or person of Indian origin, PIO, person of Indian origin, okay? And an Indian citizen or person of Indian origin. That means you can trace back their ancestry, forefathers, blood relation to India. We'll come to that also, basic definition, don't worry. But an Indian citizen or PIO, being outside India, now they are in India or outside India, they are outside India, comes on a visit to India during the previous year. Comes to bacho what? India for a visit. Now understand, bacho. Those who had gone abroad for a job, they'll come back to visit also now in India. Yes. They're talking about bacho only visit, not something right now as permanent establishment. They're coming back for visit. Then again, in that case, we replace that 60 days with 182 days for basic condition number 2. Are you getting my point or no? Everybody? Yes. Try to understand. Okay. Again, imagine. Again, bacho, imagine. Just now I told you. A person who is settled outside India. Who is settled outside India. He comes to India for visit. He will come, bacho, for let us say 2 months, minimum 1 to 2 months. Are you getting my point? Practically speaking. That is there. Now look at theoretically speaking. Okay, theoretically speaking. Just some time back I told you about visa. You get bacho visa for 6 months. Even if you go to USA, lots of Indian origins, parents go to USA. 5 months they are there, come back to India, again 5 months they go. Yes or no? All of you are aware of that? Now understand, think now. I'm talking of NRI coming to India for visit. Is it okay, everybody? For visit. Even if they come to India for visit for 5 months per annum, for annum writing purposely, per year. Okay, 5 months per year. How many days? 150 days, bacho? Are haan ya na? 150 days per year. Is it okay? Per year. Tell me, in normal cases, bacho, in normal cases, is basic condition number 1 satisfied? Quickly answer, all of you. Basic condition number 1 is not satisfied. 150 days, okay, per year. I'm saying per year. So I'm writing a bacho, basic condition number 1. Not satisfied is less than 182. Basic condition number 2. 120 days in the current year satisfied. At least, no? And 150 bacho into 4 in the last 4 years is 600 days. If a person comes to India every year for 150 days, every year. So last 4 years, 150, 150, 150, 150. 600 days. Agreed? Is it more than 365? Absolutely yes. Are hi Anna. Everybody, are you getting my point? Everybody. Yeah. Correct? So what happens? In that case, since now again, but pay attention, since basic condition number 2 satisfied, he becomes resident at least or no? Correct? Even if he comes 150 days, definitely what? Last 7, this what you're saying. Last 7 years, 730 days also accomplished. And you can look in every year, basic condition number 1 may not be satisfied, but always basic condition number 2 is getting satisfied. It becomes resident. So additional condition number 1 as well as additional condition number 2, Bachu will become satisfied. And he becomes ROR. But we are seeing his NRI comes only for visit. All that as soon as the problem is what? As soon as a person is ROR, what happens, Bachu? Global income is taxable in India. So even if he's visiting to India for 5 months, but remaining 7 months he's earning outside India, even that income is now taxable in India. Tell me, understood or no? Nitin, Kushbu, Vansi, Indrajit, Tejal, and others, whoever are there. Clear? Again, kind of unfair. The Dadiji means what? Grandmother says, I'll not come only to India to visit. You're taxing whenever I come to India, you tax me on my fixed deposits and property and assets in USA. All my jewelry, gold, diamonds from 3-4 husbands, whatever she might have got, you're taxing that also now. Hey, clear? So no. Okay. So again, the exception is given. Exception is what? Given. Clear till here? Understood till here, everybody? So what are they saying? That you will replace basic condition number 2 with what now? Instead of 60, you will say over here also 182 days. Is it right? Understood, everybody? So basically, we unnecessarily don't tax them. Okay? We unnecessarily don't tax them because that is not the intention. Understood? Okay, ready, everybody? Check with the proper wording. What are they saying? So if a person of Indian origin or Indian citizen comes to India for a visit during the year, replace 60 with 182 days. What is written in the red color? Don't even go over there. Don't even go over there. Okay. Replace 60 with what? 182 days. So basically just convert what, Bachu? Additional condition number 2 into additional condition number 1. Is it understood? All of you. Tell me. Replace 60 with 182. Good. Now we will look at a person of Indian origin. Means what? Okay. Understand. For that, we have notes over here. I think I have given the point number 2.6. I think notes. Yes. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Point number 5. Important. Everyone there? Check point number 5. What are they saying? A person is said to be of Indian origin. Okay. So please understand there are 2 things: Indian citizen or Indian origin. So a person is said to be of Indian origin if he includes she, okay, he or either of his parents or either of the grandparents were born in undivided India. That is Pakistan or India or Bangladesh. But when? Before or after 1947? Understood, all of you? Bangladesh became a different country in 1971-72 war. Okay. But that was also Pakistan only. That was East Pakistan. Division of India happened in 1947 or no? Correct. Okay. Understood earlier? So undivided India is before 15th August 1947. Clear? So if you were born in what? Lahore or Dhaka or even Delhi. Lahore, Dhaka or even Delhi before 1947, we will say you were born in undivided India. Correct here? So the CC himself or their parents or their grandparents were born in undivided India. The person will be said to be person of Indian origin. Understood? Clear? Let us say we have A. Just for the sake of example, okay? A was born in 1945. Clear? A got some children. B, this is all blood relation. Okay? Everybody okay here? B went abroad to USA. B found Mrs. B. Clear? B and Mrs. B gave C. All right? C was born in USA. Understood or no, everybody? Are you understanding the example? C was born in USA. So therefore, she gets what? Citizenship of USA. She is not an Indian citizen anymore. Who? C or he, whatever. C. C is not an Indian citizen. But whether C is person of Indian origin, whether C is person of Indian origin, this is an important question.
Yes, sir.
Very good. Khushbu. Nitin, understood? All of you? Pakka? हाँ. So even if C doesn't have Indian citizenship, C is bachcho person of Indian origin because her grandfather, grandmother, whoever were born in Andivar, India. It may happen that B and Mrs. B may feel that our child C should see Indian roots, should maybe go and visit our other relatives. Clear till here? So they are given this exception of replacing that 60 days with 120 days. And the result of that is additional condition number 2 is itself becomes obsolete. Obsolete means what? Not applicable, not relevant. Tell me, understood everybody? Is it too much tough? A little tough. Download all your PDFs of ICS study button and keep reading on regular basis. All right. Come to question number 5. Okay. Ready? Tell me. Okay, ready, bachcho? Let's check. Mr. D, an Indian citizen given to you, leaves India on 22nd September 22, current year, for the first time to work as an officer of company in France. Is he leaving India for employment purpose or no? Is an Indian citizen? Yes. Leaving India? Yes. For employment purpose? Yes. What will happen? We have to twist the basic condition number 2. Replace 60 with 182 days. Clear till you? We'll go ahead, everybody. Determine his residence status for AY 23, 24. Ready? Steady? 4. Determination of residence status for Mr. D. For Mr. D, no? For AY 23, 24. Some hint is given to us that he is leaving India for the first time. That means he was always in India. Correct? All right. Point number 1. We will write down as per points. In PY, that is current year. No? PY, I'm talking about 22, 23. He left India. What date? 22nd September. Correct? Therefore, his stay in India is from what to what date? First April 22 to 22nd April 22. Give me number of days. Diksha Prajapat. Good morning. Are you the old Prajapati who is working in the post office? Is it? Or someone else? 175 days? Yes, but that is 175 days. 175 days is correct. You are right. 175 days. Good. Fine. So we can understand here basic condition number 1 is not satisfied. That is okay. But you have to write about basic condition number 2 also. Yeah? Next point. Therefore, not satisfied, but why? Since obviously 175 is less than 182 days. Yes, Celia? Third. Ready? Now we are talking about basic condition number 2. Okay. Check. At least how much? 182, no? Days. In current year or no? Yes, in PY 22, 23, and again at least 365 days in preceding 4 PYs, 4 previous years. Okay, till here all of you? Fine? Okay. Satisfied or not satisfied? See, ultimately the result is going to be the same, but I am writing technically also the entire law. Right? Not satisfied. Since again 178 less than 365 days. Clear till here? Therefore, now since both the basic conditions are not satisfied, answer is NR. Very good. 175. Sorry, thank you, Tejal. Why the days numbers are becoming a little bit hectic for you? Goodness. Pencil is not listening only. Hey, yeah, what am I writing? It is not saying it is 182. Yes. Therefore, but now written since both read properly, I had made mistake over here. It is 175 is less than 182. You know? Since both basic conditions not satisfied, therefore Mr. D is non-resident. Clear till here? For AY. What about the income which he earns till 22nd September in India? What will happen of that? What about the income he earned in India till 22nd September? About that, what will happen? What do you think? He's NR for the year. It will be taxable or not taxable? Whatever income he has earned till September, from April till September, he was in India. For the year, we have calculated him or determined him as non-resident. But the income he has earned from September, from April till September, he is NR Indrajit correct for the year. That income will be taxable or not taxable? That is the question. Khushbu, what is your answer? The income earned from April till September in India. Because after September, he left India. Mansi, I got your answer, correct. Okay. Some of you are Nitin, give me answer. Khushbu, I got your answer now. Nitin, I have not read your answer maybe. Nitin's answer is pending. Are you there, Nitin? Bacho, the income was earned in India, it becomes an Indian income, and I've told you 1,000 times that Indian income is always taxed in India. Okay? Whatever might be the case, for any case, for anyone, for any case, bacho, if it is Indian income, it is always taxed in India. Any problem till here? Understood, Kushbu now? Okay. I'll go ahead, everybody. Indian income always taxed. Don't get confused. No? You earned in India, it becomes Indian income. Indian income is taxable by ROR, RNOR, NR also. Yes. All right. Let's go ahead. Question number. I think this you can do or what? Let me just check. Give me bachu question number 10 verbally right now. And then you can do it as a homework, but right now I want the answer. I'll ask anybody question. Okay, solve. Question number 10. Mr. Ram, an Indian citizen, left India on 22nd May for the first time to work as an officer of a company in Germany. Determine his residential status. He left on 22nd May. Left. That means he was in India for 22 plus 30, April 30 and May 22. 52 days in India. Nobody can save him. First of all, basic condition number 2, not applicable. Basic condition number 1, no scope of getting attracted of 182 days. Directly, what is the answer? Tell me. All of you quickly tell me. NR. The answer is over there is what? NR. I'm not discussing now, but this you can write down. But you have to write down properly, carefully that basic condition number 2. What about that? Is not satisfied or not applicable? As such. As such, but it is not applicable. Clear till here? So basic condition number 1, not satisfied. Basic condition number 2, not applicable. And since both the basic you will say is not satisfied, therefore he is NR for the year. Clear? Are haan. Okay, okay. Very simple question will do. Come to question number 7. Those who don't have notes, I think could be your notes will be parceled courier to you today, maybe. Okay, we'll get it in a couple of days. Question number 7. Ready? You can write in short, maybe in the notebook right now, and then cover. Okay. Understand now. Please pay attention. From the following particulars of income furnished by Mr. Aniruddha pertaining to the year ended 31st March 22 or 23. Because we are in the year 22-23, so year ended 22-23, correct? Year ended 31-3-23. Compute total income for the AY 23-24. If he is ROR, RNOR, NR. So again, a very good example, nice example that if at all a particular income is earned, what will happen depending on ROR, RNOR or NR? We'll give the reasoning also. Clear? Ready? First one. Short-term capital gain. So we have how many heads of income, bacho? Fatafat, tell me quickly, tell me all of you. We have how many heads of income? We have 5 heads of income. Okay, that's okay. Fine, good. Salary, house property, business profession, capital gain, other sources. Okay, for your understanding. So we have some short-term capital gain on the sale of shares in Indian company, but the money is received in Germany. You have to tell me, bacho, it is an Indian income or foreign income. Understand the example. The Indian company shares are sold and the money directly is received in Germany. That means you're sitting in Germany and through online portal, etc., whatever you did, sale of that shares, whatever you're holding, and you got the money directly what to do Germany. It is what your Indian income. Why?
Accrued in India.
Very good. Very good. This is all of your understanding now. Accrued, where it got generated. Even if one of it is in India, accrued or received in India, it is Indian income. Correct. Very good, Tejal. It is accrued in India, but received outside, it is Indian income. What will be the answer? What about Indian income? Is it taxable for all three?
Yes, sir.
Indian income is taxable for all. I'll not repeat those things again and again, but only for the first line I'm writing, Indian income is always taxed for all of them. So I'm writing about 15,000 here, 15,000 here, as well as 15,000 here. Clear? All of you? We'll go ahead. Dividend from a Japanese company received in Japan. You may be staying in USA. You have invested in a Japanese company and you have a bank account in Japan. So you got dividend from Japanese company in Japan.
Foreign income.
Why?
Accrued and received outside.
Very
India.
good. Both of it. Outside India. Okay. What about ROR? You have to tell me taxable, not taxable. ROR, 10,000.
Non-taxable.
Huh?
Taxable.
Taxable. NR, non-resident. Not, it is a
Not
foreign
taxable.
income or no? This we have decided. This is not a foreign income. This foreign income, but you tell me, what about RNOR?
Special type of foreign income.
It is not a special type of foreign income.
Non-taxable.
Special type of foreign income, but only if it is business or a profession set up and controlled from India. Have they given you that right now? No. So it is foreign income and not special type of foreign income. So taxable, not taxable in India. Clear till here? Haan. Next one, a very good example, nice example, pay attention. Rent from property in London, deposited in a bank in London, later on remitted to India. Remitted means what? Sent. Transferred to India through approved banking channels. What do you think? Foreign income or Indian income?
Indian income.
Tell me all of you. Correct. Why?
Accrued outside but received in India.
What about deposited in a bank in London? What about that? Deposited in a bank in London. Let us say I have a bank account in India. I have a bank account in India. And I have a bank account in USA. I have a bank account in USA. And I have a bank account in India. I transfer from my Indian account to USA account. I transfer from my Indian account to USA account. It is income or not in USA? It is income or not income in USA? It is not an income, but last time only I told you, if you transfer from one wallet to another wallet, from one purse to another purse, your wallet only, your purse only, from one pocket to another pocket, is it your income?
No.
For income, there has to be expenditure. Income of one person is expenditure of another person. So if you transfer to yourself from one bank account to another bank account, it's not an income. So basically, when you transfer from London to India to yourself, is it your Indian income? It is not an income, in fact. I try to understand. Once it is generated, whatever you do with it, you transfer to yourself. Once it is generated, after that, it is not income. It is not in the nature of income. It is already there. So income is at the source, bacho. After that, if you give it to your other account or transfer it to some other bank account of your only, it is not an income, na bacho. Otherwise, how many times? Now you imagine if you have 5 bank accounts, you keep on transferring from one branch to another branch, from one bank to another bank. Are you going to pay taxes 5 times only on the one income generated? No. I'm not even talking about interest or etc. over here, interest income. No. I'm talking about the main amount only. Did you understand? So when you transfer to yourself from London to India, is not an income. So it is accrual outside because obviously property is outside India, but receipt also outside. Clear, Delia? Full stop. Self-transfer. Now see, Nitin, if husband transfers to wife, now there are 2 people involved. No? For that, your answer will change. You know? But again, there are rules for relative, etc. For maintenance, it is not income. Self-transfer is not income. Answer is foreign income. Taxable for ROR, 75,000. Remaining 2, not taxable. Clear? No, it is not. Nitin, husband to wife will be not. For maintenance or relative, not. You will remember basics of law. In law, we had that example without consideration. If you give more than 50,000 rupees in a year, but there are exceptions that if you take the money from a relative, it is not an income. You know? Next one. Dividend from RP Limited, an Indian company.
Indian
Indian income by default always taxable for all of them. Clear? And last one, I'll give you the answer you don't know actually. Agricultural income from lands in Gujarat. It is Indian income, no doubt about it. But exempt. What do you mean by the word exempt? Taxable or not taxable?
non-taxable.
Okay. Under section 10(1). Right now, just write down this much only. And we'll show both of it if you want. 25,000, 25,000, and 25,000. And again in bracket, 25,000 as exemption. Under section 10(1). Have we gone to section 10, bacho? No. We are still around section number 5 and 6. So just give me total of first category. This 25 plus 25 is nothing. So what 6 plus 75, 81, 91, 91 and 15, 101. Correct, 91. So 116 is it? Tell me. 1,06,000, correct. Correct, Ilya? Second is how much? 15 and 6, 21. This is also 21. Yes, all of you. Tell me, is it done or no? Online wallo, tell me. Everybody, quickly tell me. Are ha or no? Everyone say something.
Clear, sir.
Busy writing. Okay. Clear, Delia? So please revise. No homework again as such. That only one question, small question we have discussed that you can write in notebook. Apart from that, revise, study from your ICS study material also. Okay, whatever CS, CMA, whatever study material you have, please read from that also. Revise. All right. Okay. That is for today for tax. In 15-20 minutes, so 11:20, we'll start with law. Okay. Chalega? Everybody. All copied, na? Khushbu, Mansi, Nitin, Indrajit, Tejan. All copied. Sure. Okay. All right. See you at 11:20 for law. Okay. Bye bye.